Hey all, ex-art student here. Today I'm going to try wood carving. In order to do this, I need to take out my Dremel and all of the little bits that come with it. I have never done any wood carving before, and this would be my first time. I don't consider myself a sculpting artist at all. It doesn't really make sense to me to take away things. I'm more of an additive, like a clay person. So I was just trying out different tips, and obviously you could see here I had to switch because it was taking way too long, and I found the sanding bits really helped me and worked out pretty well and went slow enough that I was able to form the shapes that I wanted to. I've seen people online sketch out all four sides of their wood piece, so it makes sense where they're carving and the depth. I just tried my best and I tried figuring out the shapes and slowly taking away the wood where I thought it was needed. As you can see, I'm slowly learning how quickly my little sanding bits wore out and would actually burn the wood and itself because I was getting too much of the sanding bits off. The shape really reminded me of a train whistle that you'd get from a museum, and I guess I could make it, but I was just trying to make a skull boy. Here I'm trying to round out the top of the head. It kind of had a slope to it, if you saw the sketches at the beginning of the video. And I'm trying to accomplish that here. It's not all that great at first, but I think slowly sanding, I was able to kind of create shapes that I like. So as you can see, I used a sharpie to line out the little details that I wanted to add to this skull face. I think it really helped me with the shapes that I needed and the little details, and was a good guide for myself, because after a while you don't know if you're making things even or not. Here I'm going in with the tip to create that bone shape, that hollow that everyone has, the cheekbones, and then I'm using different tips to get the details that I need. And as you can see, I don't know how to use it right away, but after a while of turning the tool, I was getting the shapes and the lines that I needed. I really loved how the line work was coming out on the mouthpiece specifically, and unfortunately in the future of the video I do eventually destroy it, so enjoy it while it lasts, because this was the shape that I was trying to go for. So my original plan was to make this skull boy into a little toy action figure kind of piece. So here I'm trying to create like a neckline. Eventually, just with how much time I was taking, I decided just to go for the head, and while trying to sand this down and whittle it away, I got rid of the chin area of the skull, and it took a very long time to try to separate these pieces. Maybe in the future, instead of using the sanding bits or the little saw bit, maybe I would use some kind of bigger saw or jigsaw or something, because it took a long time and I had to learn how to try to get this off. The footage makes it look like it took a very quick time to make this smaller neck area. It took a very, very long time, and I wound up scratching the side of the face with it, so don't be fooled by the movie magic. And it was finally small enough that I was able to snap off the head from the neck. You can't imagine how many times I tried doing that and how strong I thought I was compared to this thick piece of wood. I am not that strong. Here I am trying to save the little lip area, but The chin was definitely lost. I still like how it came out, but I think it looks too much like the lizard from that one animated movie, and kind of looks like Jack from Nightmare Before Christmas. So that was a little disappointing, but I do like my frog-esque skull and how cute it came out. And I was so sick of everything being covered in sawdust that I used a leaf blower in my house with an open window. The next day I was able to paint my little skull guy, and I loved the blues and purples that I used. I think it went really well with the piece, and I hope to do this in the future. I definitely use the purple as a shading element in the darker parts of the skull, as well as where the cheekbones would be, or certain indents of the bone should have some shadow. And the thing that tied this piece all together was the little details that made the skull personalized. I wanted to kind of make it floral, naturey, with a bunch of pattern lines as usual, and I loved it. I thought it was really cute. And to be honest, I ran out of some ideas when I was doing it, but I love experimenting. Now that you've seen the piece, let's look at those close-up shots. I loved making this little guy. I want to definitely make more in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you enjoyed looking at my stuff, consider looking at my Etsy or my other videos, liking, subscribing. And thank you for those of you who already are. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.